Welcome to Maths Guru channel. We are going to learn how to factorize quadratic expressions. Before us here are 20 questions taken from SS1 mathematics. Though, but if you have problem factorizing quadratic expressions, you can move on with us, or you want to teach someone or guide someone who has a problem in that, please kindly watch to the end and see how we are going to factorize some of these expressions. So we are going to pick randomly from these questions. We're going to pick question number 1, okay, question number 2, question number 3. Let's just pick any other 2 from here. Okay, we're going to pick question number 10 and question number 17, making a total of 5 questions. Okay, after this lesson, you are expected to try the other questions and see if you can resolve them on your own. So we begin with question number 1. Now we have an expression here, 2h squared plus 5h plus 3. Anytime, any day we are required to factorize quadratic expression. For any expression that is factorizable, just multiply the first term, that is, by the last term, the constant, or the last term. Let's just use the last term. When arranged in order, we have h squared, h, and the constant. So when we multiply this, we're going to have 2h squared times 3, which will be equal to 6h squared. Now, we're going to look for the factors of 6h squared that when we add or subtract, we are going to get this middle expression, this middle term, 5h. So we have the 5h here. So let's look out for the factors of 6h squared that when we add or subtract, we're going to have 5h. So we have 1h times 6 will give us 6h squared. That is 1h times 6h will give us 6h squared. 2 can go in 6. 2 times 3 will give us 6. That is 2h times 3h will give us 6h squared. And we know that 2 plus 3 will give us 5. That is 2h plus 3h will be equal to 5. So there is no need continuing. All we need to do now is, in place of this positive 5h in this expression, we are going to put 2h plus 3h. You know that this is positive, remember. So we are going to have 2h squared. So in place of this positive 5h, we're going to put positive 2h plus 3h. Then, of course, the remaining term here, we have to put it. Now, we have expanded this expression, so we can group them in 2. That is, we're going to pair the terms we have here in 2. So we have them paired this way. Now, the next thing to look for is the highest common factor of the paired expression, the paired terms. So the highest common factor of 2h squared and 2h is simply 2h. So we open a bracket. 2h squared divided by 2h. 2h squared over 2h, which is the same thing as 2h, 2 times h times h. 2h squared means 2 times h over 2 times h, which is 2h. So h can cancel h, 2 can cancel 2. Now we are left with what? Only 1h. So we have h plus 2h divided by 2h. Any term divided by itself is 1. Then we close the brackets. Now we move to the next, plus 3h and 3. The highest common factor is 3. So we open a bracket, 3h over 3, that is 3 times h over 3. So we have 3 cancelled up. We are going to be left with h. So we put our h in the brackets there, and then we have positive divided by positive. We are going to have positive. Then 3 by 3, we're going to have 1. Any number divided by itself is 1. Now, if you look at the expression we have here now, we have same expression in the brackets. So we are going to pick the outside one and pick any of the expressions in the brackets. So we are going to have 2h plus this 3, and then h plus 1. By so doing, we have finished this question. We have answered the question correctly. Let's move to question number 2. As usual, we are going to multiply the first term and the last term. The first term and the last. So we're going to have 3h squared times 2k squared, which we're going to have 6h squared k squared. All right. Then the middle term, don't forget, you're going to pick everything here. Positive 7hk. 7hk. All right. Now, let's look out for the factors of 6. 1 times 6 itself. Then 2 times 3 will give us 6 as well. So the next will be 3 times 2, same thing, which will be the same thing we have here. So 2 times 3 will give us 6. That is 6 2hk 2hk times 3hk will give us 6h squared k squared. But 2hk plus 3hk will not give us 7. So let's consider this. Now, hk times 6hk will give us 6hk squared. And hk plus 6hk will give us 7hk squared. So in place of this positive 7hk, we're going to put positive hk plus 6hk. So we have it 3h squared plus, we are not going to write 7hk again, so we are going to have this substitute for it, hk plus 6hk plus 2k squared. So we are going to pair these terms we have now. So the highest common factor of 3h squared plus hk is h. H is the only thing common there. So we're going to be left with 3h squared divided by h. 3h squared means 3 times h times h over h. So only one h is going to go off. So we are going to have 3h left. Now we have hk divided by h. hk over h. So h will go with h, remaining k. Then we have our positive here. The highest common factor of 6hk and 2k squared is 2k, because k is here and we have k here. 2 can go in 6 and 2 can also go in 2. So we are going to open our brackets. Then we have 6hk divided by 2k. 6hk means 6 times h times k over 2k means 2 times k. K can go with k, and 2, 1, 2 here, 3. So we are going to have 3h. Then plus, we're going to have 2k squared divided by 2k. 2k squared means 2 times k over 2k. 2 can go with 2, k can go with k. We are left with 1k, which is written this way. Let me wipe off some terms here so we can see our main expression. Now we are going to pick the terms outside. We have h plus 2k, h plus 2k, and then 3h plus k. Any of these in the bracket, they are the same. So this is the final expression. Let's move to the next question. As usual, we multiply the first and the last. So we have 8p squared times 9. And this will give us 72p squared. So we're going to pick the middle term. We have minus 18p. Take note of this. So let's have the factors of 72. Of course, the first number to consider is 1, and 72 itself. 72. 1 times 72 will give 72. That is 1p times 72. P will give 72p squared. Then we move on. But 1 plus 72 or 1 minus 72 cannot give us negative 18p. We still go on. 2 times 36 here. 2 times 36 will give 72. So 2p times 36p will give 72p squared. But 2p plus 36 will not give negative 18p, or 2p minus 36 will not give this. It means we still need to move on. Then we have 3 times 24. Definitely we can have negative p from either subtracting or adding. 4 can go in 72. 4 times 18 will give 72. But this cannot give us this either. No, it can't. So minus 4 minus 18 cannot give minus 18, or 4 minus 18 can, no. So let's move on to the next one. 5 cannot go because it does not end with 5. 6 can go. 6 can go in 72 12 times. Okay. 6 plus 12 will give 18. Therefore, minus 6 minus 12. That is minus 6p. You can add p there. Minus 6p minus 12p. Please let me make it clearer. Minus 6p minus 12p will be equal to minus 18p. So in place of this negative 18p, we are going to put this value there. So let's have our expression written well. We have 8p squared minus 6p minus 12p plus 9. All right. So okay, we are going to pair the expression now. Good. For the first expression, what is common to the HCF of 8p squared and 6p is 3p. 3p can go. Sorry, 2p can go. 2p can go in both. 2p in 8p squared will be 4p minus 2p in 6p we give 3. Then we have a negative. We have 12p and 9 here. The highest common factor of 12p and 9 is 3. Right? We have 3. 3 in 12p will be equal to 4p. Negative in positive, that is positive divided by negative, is negative. Then 9 by 3 is equal to 3. Now we can take the outside expression, 2p minus 3, and then 4p minus 3. By so doing, we have factorized the expression here. All right. We have another question here. Question number 10. As usual, we're going to multiply the first and the last. That is 1 over 16 times r squared, which we're going to have 1 over 16 r squared. If you like, you can rearrange it so as to bring this first. You're going to have, you can have something like this: r squared negative 1 over 2r, then positive 1 over 16. It's still the same thing as what we have up there. If you like, you can take it any of the ways you want. But let's work with how it is now. Then the middle expression is 1 over 2r. So we are going to look for the factors of 1 over 16 that can give us negative 1 over 2. Okay, we just check out for the factors of 16. Okay, 1 times 1 over 16 can give us 1 over 16, whatever. Okay, let's have 1 over 2 times 1 over 8 can give us 1 over 16, but it can't give us negative 1 over 2. If we add or subtract, we can't have that. The next one, 1 over 4 times 1 over 4. Okay, 1 over 4 times 1 over 4 is 1 over 16. And when we have 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4, 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4, we're going to have 2 over 4, which is equal to 1 over 2. Definitely minus 1 over 4 minus 1 over 4 will give us minus 2 over 4, which is equal to negative 1 over 2. Okay, so that is going to give us that 1 over 4r, 1 over 4r. We're going to have 1 over 2r. So in place of negative 1 over 2r, we are going to have 1 over 6 minus 1 over 4r, right? Minus 1 over 4r, which will give us minus 1 over 2 plus r. Correct. This is correct. Okay. We're going to look for the highest common factor of this and the highest common factor of this. Okay, let's bring out 1 over 4. If we factor out 1 over 4, we are going to be left with 1 over 4, 1 over 16. 1 over 16 divided by 1 over 4, which should be equal to 1 over 16 times 4 over, and that is going to give us 1 over 4. Okay, 1 over 4. Then 1 over 4r divided by 1 over 4, definitely we're going to be left with r. Then what is common to this and this? We have a minus, of course. Common to this and this is r. 1 over 4r divided by r is, it's going to be 1 over 4. And r square divided by r, that is positive. Okay, let's have positive by negative to give us positive. For those who may be confused, we are going to have positive by negative, positive here by the negative we have here, and that is going to give us negative. Then r divided by r is going to be, r square is going to be r square. R square divided by r is going to be r. By so doing, we have the same term in the bracket. So we can pick the one outside, 1 over 4 minus r, then 1 over 4 minus r. We have the same term twice. So this is the factorized expression of what we have here. Take notes. Let's try the last question here. As usual, we're going to multiply the first and the last. 3 times this, we're going to have 3 times 75n, 3mn times 75n. We're going to have 225 m square n square. Okay, and the middle expression here is negative 30 mn. All right, let's look out for the factors of 225 m square n square, that when we add or subtract, we're going to have this. Oh, one thing just came in now. The square root of 2 125 is 15, and 15 plus 15 will give us 30. Okay, we can use that. So it means 15 times 15 will give us 225. That is 15 mn times 15 mn will give us 255. So minus 15 mn minus 15 mn will give us minus 30 mn. So in place of this 30 mn in the expression we have here, we're going to put minus 15 mn minus 15 mn. So let's write it in full. 3m square n minus 15 mn minus 15. Let me wipe off this. Mn plus 75 n. So we can now pair our expression in order. 3mn m square n minus 15 mn. What is common to this? The highest common factor will be 3. M is here, m is here, and n is there, of course. Okay, so we're going to be left with only m, and 15 mn divided by 3 mn, we're going to have 5. All right, minus 15 is common to this, so we will factor out 15, and n is also common. We bring out n. Then 15 mn divided by 15n will give us m. Positive by negative will give us negative. 75n divided by 15n will give us 5. All right, so we can bring those ones outside, the factors outside, the terms outside, sorry. 3mn minus 15n, close our bracket, then pick any one in the bracket, m minus 5. By so doing, we have fully resolved the questions we marked. So if you follow us to the end, please go back and try to resolve the remaining questions we have there. If there is any problem, please kindly feed us back and we'll help you out. Bless you. Please don't forget to subscribe because it's very important. We need your help there. Just share the video to those of your friends you think will benefit from it. Thank you.